Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a very exciting video. We're going to be starting my Instagram blindly chooses what I read this week. If you haven't seen this before, Sarah Caroli's done it a couple times. I know it's been done a couple times, like the book girlies have done it a couple times for like their TBRs and stuff like that. But I wanted to do it for like just for a week, see what happens, you know. So basically I choose two books, I post them on my story, I color over the covers so you can't see what they are, and then I choose two emojis that go along with my knowledge of what the book is about, or like based off of the covers or something like that. And then I post a poll on my story with it, and you guys get to choose what books I'm reading this week in a different way. So let's go back to past me that already posted this on her story and while she's setting this video up. Hi guys, it is a couple days before the last clip I filmed. We're going to pick the first two books for you guys to vote on Instagram. So I'm thinking I want to center it around some of them around my June TBR. So I'm thinking we do A Court of Frost and Starlight. I dropped Legendary. Court of Frost and Starlight and Out of the Gate, because they're both novellas. So that will be our first matchup, will be novellas. This is the prequel to the horse series. Obviously there's a common thing, I don't remember that. And then this is book 3.5 in ACOTAR, obviously. So let's get that Instagram poll uploaded, and then we will go back to present day and we will see which one you guys picked. Alright, we are back. I have my two books. Out of the Gate, A Court of Frost and Starlight. I already know which one won. I checked before this. But A Court of Frost and Starlight won with 56%. Out of the Gate had 44%. So I will be reading A Court of Frost and Starlight. The goal is to finish it like today, like read it all today. So that I can start a new book tomorrow. So with that in mind, I am going to post the next poll. I need to go get my TBR cart so I can choose the next two books that we are going to be doing, so you guys can vote and I can get it all set up. So give me 1 second. I have my TBR cart. The last two books on my June TBR, other than Out of the Gate, is Captain America and Legendary. But I'm not feeling either of these right now, and they're kind of lengthy. So I'm thinking either we pick two romances off of my Kindle, or we do A Crown of Midnight and Down Comes the Night, since I'm in the middle of those and I would like to attempt to finish them this month. I'm thinking we go the romance route though, because these were both kind of slumping me out when I started them, and I don't really want to get into another reading slump while also in the middle of filming a video, you know? So if I get to a third book, I might do those two, but for now we're gonna look at my Kindle and pick some books. We're not gonna do Out of the Gate again because I feel like that's not fair, you know? Okay, so the two books that I picked off of my Kindle is One Summer Day and I already forgot what it's called. Summer Island Book Club. So those are the two options that I'm going to post on my story. So I'm going to do that, and then I will be back tomorrow with an update on what book you guys picked and whether or not I finished ACOFAS, and whether or not I finished ACOFAS. I most likely will. If it's 220 something pages, that takes me an hour to read 50 pages. So that's 4.5 hours, give or take. So should be able to do that today. It is the next day. I finished A Quarter Frost and Starlight. I don't feel like getting it because it's at the bottom of this stack. You can't really see the stack, but you can see it. It's right there. We all know what book I'm talking about anyways. I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it, but it's not my favorite novella that I read. It was kind of nice to have like a happy wrap up of like the ACOTAR worlds until I get to A Quarter Silver Flames. So yeah, I just checked before this what book I would be reading between Summer Island Book Club and One Summer Day. One Summer Day won by 60%. Summer Island Book Club had 40%. Summer Island Book Club was the one with, I believe, it was a book and the little island emoji. And then One Summer Day, I did the summer emoji and the watermelon emoji. Just because they're both summery books, so I tried to choose like summer emojis that weren't the same. And it was very difficult, so I just went with the watermelon, which is on like a summer type thing. So that is the book that I'm going to start. All right, here we go. 23 chapters. All right, a little summer romance. And it's a clean summer romance, which is going to be amazing. So yeah, One Summer Day by Heather B. Moore. It is the first book in the Prosperity Ranch series. I'm actually very excited to start this. So I'm going to start it right now, actually. And we're just going to have a fun little time, read a little summer romance. Okay. I finally finished One Summer Day. It was good. I gave it 3 stars. I really enjoyed it. The last 2 chapters, it felt like it was a little too soon for me. That felt more of like an epilogue thing that would happen like a year later. Especially since they didn't even know each other that really well before this book started. They had only met like 2 times and it wasn't really anything important, would be the best way to describe it. But I did enjoy it. It's a summer romance. It's also yeehaw. It is clean romance, which I really enjoyed. This is an interconnected standalone series. This is the first book in the series. The third book is about a character in this. It's about all the siblings of the male main character in this book. That's what the interconnected standalone series is about. The third book is about one of the brothers. I don't like him. He did kind of get his act together a little bit at the end of the book, but he's still not redeemable in my eyes. So there is that. But I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to want to continue this series at some point. But now we got to pick the next 2 books for you guys to vote on. Hopefully by the time I get home, I will have something to read since I'm doing this a little late. I didn't think I was actually going to finish it last night like I did, so I didn't plan ahead like I typically do. But we're going to choose our next reads. I know I said I might do Crown of Midnight and Down Comes the Night, but I don't really want to because I don't want to get myself back into a reading slump while I'm filming this video, even though there's 2 days left in this video and this is one of them. But I don't want to get into a reading slump and then not read a lot. So with that being said, I think we're gonna go for another book on my Kindle. Let's look at the books on my Kindle and then we will reconvene and figure this out. Okay, I have an arc that I got sent a couple days ago that I need to start reading. So I think we're gonna do You Light Me Up, which is the arc that I got sent, and Assisting My Brother's Best Friend by Judy Corey. I think those are going to be the 2 books that I do. I need to look up what Assisting My Brother's Best Friend is about so I can pick the emojis. But for You Light Me Up, I think I'm gonna do like the firework emoji and probably the red heart. And then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for Assisting My Brother's Best Friend yet, but we're gonna look up the premise of the book and see if that helps me figure something out for that one. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna do the film camera and the heart with like the bandage around it, because it's second chance and they're filming like a reality TV show. That's like the premise of the book. So those are my 2 books that I'm gonna do. And those are the emojis that I'm using for them. So I'm going to post that on my story. And then later we will figure out what book I am reading. This has actually been very fun to do. All right, it is Saturday. It's been a couple days since I updated you guys, but you guys picked You Light Me Up by Brooke Noel. This is like a summer 4th of July little childhood friends, brother's best friend's brother romance. That was a long description. I'm 20% in so far, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I really like it, and I think I'm really gonna enjoy this. I always love a good best friend's brother or brother's best friend. I don't know why, but I do. Also love childhood friends to lovers. It's definitely one of the best tropes. So yeah, I'm gonna try and finish this today, which means I have to read 80% today, but I've done it before. I did it with One Summer Day. I was in like 25%, and then I read 75% in one night, in like 2 hours. So I might be able to do it again. I don't know. This one is longer than that one was, I think, by like 30 or 50 pages or something like that. But we're gonna try and finish this today. Hopefully I do, because that would be really cool.